Welcome to Module 4. This is a language drill, and we're focusing on exactly what a moderator says when technology and visuals are part of the equation. No fluff, just the words you need.
We're going to break this down into 5 parts. First, we'll cover what visuals are actually for. Then, we'll drill the language you use before you share your screen, during the share, and what to say when things go wrong. Finally, we'll cover how to bring everyone back after the visual is gone.
All right, let's jump in. First things first, what is the function of a visual? It's really important to remember that every single visual you show has to have a specific job to do. And really, there are only 3 jobs. A visual can orient your audience, kind of like an agenda slide that shows them where you are on the map. It can anchor the conversation, giving everyone a single thing to focus on, like a speaker's name. Or it can signal a change, making it clear you're moving to a new section. Bottom line, if your visual isn't doing one of these 3 things, you probably don't need it. Okay, so we know why we use visuals. Now let's get into the what, as in what you actually say. This section is all about the phrases you use before you share, to set expectations right from the start. Here is your model phrase. It's simple, and it works because it tells people 2 things, the action and the purpose. I'm going to share my screen. That's the action. So we can look at the agenda. That's the purpose. Everyone knows exactly what's happening and why.
Here's another example. This one does that anchor job we talked about. It's just a very clear, direct statement that tells the audience precisely what's coming up next on the screen.
And this is a perfect way to signal a change. When you say this, you're not just sharing a visual, you're preparing the group for the structure of what's about to happen. It makes the whole thing feel much more deliberate. So you've announced what you're doing, and your screen is now shared. What do you say in that moment? Let's talk about the language you need to guide the audience while you're sharing. A simple phrase like this is so important. It physically directs people's attention and connects what you're saying to what they're seeing. You're making sure their eyes and their ears are on the same page. But what if you need a second? You need to find a file or click through a few windows. Do you need to fill that empty space with talk?
No, you don't. A professional pause is one of your best tools. You don't have to narrate your own navigation. Just taking a quiet moment while you get things sorted actually projects control and gives everyone a chance to process.
Okay, now for the big one, tech failure. It happens. We're not talking about how to fix it. We're talking about the exact verbal protocol. What do you say to manage the moment?
So let's picture this. You're sharing, you go to advance to the next slide, and nothing. It's frozen. What are the words you need right then? This is it. This is your phrase. Give me a moment while I reset. Thank you for your patience. It's calm, it's direct, and notice, it's not an apology. You're thanking them for their patience, which frames the situation in a much more positive and controlled way. And right after you say that line, silence is perfectly acceptable. You don't need to fill the air while you're troubleshooting. A quiet, calm response shows everyone that you've got it under control. All right, let's bring it home. Just like we have a specific way to start a screen share, we need an equally clear way to end it and bring everyone's attention back to the group. This phrase is the perfect bookend. It clearly signals that the visual aid part of the discussion is over. It's a simple, clean transition that lets everyone know it's time to refocus on the main conversation. Here's another great option. I really like this one because of the phrase, "We are now back together." It verbally reorients the entire group. It says, okay, stop looking at the screen and let's be present with each other again. It confirms the transition is totally complete. Pause this video and practice saying the tech reset phrases out loud.